This year was a very memorable year for me, and I have been given a chance to serve the Lord in this church, and I would like to thank Pastor John for it. Masyadong maraming ministries na pwede, but I am so grateful that Pastor John allowed me to host missionaries that come to Doha. And it's a privilege for us to host because with them in our house, we felt that not all of us can have that opportunity, and I have learned a lot from these missionaries. And so I was actually building an outline, so I will just share it with you tonight, even if it's not completed yet. And this is based on the story of Pastor Nap. You know, Pastor Nap, the last missionary that we had. And he told me about a story of what happened in the ministry in Singapore. At one point, they were just renting a place. And during that time, the owner said, "You have to leave this place because we are going to use it for something else." And so he gathered all the men and they prayed that God would allow them to use that place for more time. But God answered them with no. Because the next day, the owner came and he said, "You have 3 months to leave this place." And so because in that contract, they have to put the place the way it was when they rented it. So they have to change the paint and everything else. And even Pastor Nap was thinking at that time, what should I do with the chairs? It does not even fit into his house. And so he called the aircon technician, and the aircon technician cleaned the air conditioned, and he was a Singaporean national. And while looking at him, I said, maybe this is the last time that we would see each other. And then the technician have said, "Why, Pastor?" And he said, "Because we were asked to leave this place." And this guy, he was worried about, where are you going to spend? Where are you going to worship now? And he said, that's the problem. We are praying to the Lord now to give us an answer. And he said, "I have a place on the other side. I will tell my pastor, maybe you can use that place." So to make the long story short, the pastor or the owner of that place called them. It was a previous church also, a smaller one, because they moved out. And then the owner said, "What is the version of the Bible that you're using?" And Pastor Nap said, "We're using King James Version only." And just one question. And then probably, "What's the song?" I think what's the song. He said, "We are just singing hymnals." And I said, "Okay," because he was with the deacons. And that pastor, also the previous owner, he also had the deacons with him. And they already had this contract ready. And so he said, "Pastor, just sign it, and we're done." And then pastor said, "No, I have to read it first because this place is nice. They had their own parking and stuff, and it's better than what they had before." And I said, "Obviously, this will be a more expensive place. We have to read it first. Just read it, and then just sign at the bottom." And when Pastor Nap read it, and he was shaking, and at the bottom it says, "You can use it for free anytime you want." And so what? Pastor Nap said, "No." And he quoted this verse from 2 Samuel chapter 24 and verse number 24. It says here, 2 Samuel 24, verse number 24. This is just very short, 5 minutes sermon, right? This is just a testimony. So, 2 Samuel chapter 24, verse number 24, it says, "And the king said unto Araunah," and by the way, this story was about David. He committed sin to the Lord. He did not trust the Lord. So he asked one of the men to count what he had, and he was relying on the strength of his army instead of relying to the Lord. So the Lord gave a punishment to him, and then so the Lord stopped it, and he wanted to offer a sacrifice to the Lord, and he asked Araunah to buy his place, a threshing floor. And so 24, "And the king said unto Araunah, Nay," he said in 23, "All these things did Araunah as a king give unto the king, and Araunah said unto the king, The Lord thy God accept thee." But if you are going to read it before, he said, Let's read it from 21. 20. And Araunah looked and saw the king and his servants coming on toward him, and Araunah went out and bowed himself before the king on his face upon the ground. 21. And Araunah said, Wherefore is my lord the king come to his servant? And David said, To buy the threshing floor of thee, to build an altar unto the Lord, that the plague may be stayed from the people. And Araunah said unto David, Let my lord the king take and offer up what seemeth good unto him. Behold, here be oxen for burnt off sacrifice, and threshing instruments and other instruments of the oxen for wood. So here's the threshing floor. Sa iyo na, may mga kahoy dyan para sa pagsusunog. Meron na ring baka para sa burnt offerings. I will give it to you for free. And verse number 24, And the king said unto Araunah, Nay, but I will surely buy it of thee at a price. Neither will I offer burnt offerings unto the Lord my God of that which doth cost me nothing. So, I don't have a title of this message yet, so I will have to title it in 2026, I will not offer unto the Lord that cost me nothing. You know, because some of us may have come to this church because someone picked you up. Some of us come to this church because you have new salary and that you have extra money to do something that you can come. Some of us, even our money, it's hard to give to the Lord because wala na akong kakainin. And so, we are living in the world that loves convenience right now. And you know, this convenience sometimes, it slips into our faith. You know, gusto natin fast food, gusto natin quick answers, instant results, meron na tayong pagsisearch, nandiyan na kaagad. You know, this mindset can quickly slips into our faith. What is the least I can give and still be faithful? Yun yung laging tanong natin, ano bang pwedeng ipamigay na hindi ko na ginagamit, bigay ko na lang sa Panginoon. Last time, David told me, I replied to pastor's message, and I will give 5 chairs. And I said, where are you going to get the money? If you are to get it from me, then it's mine, it's not yours. So Sister Abby gave David chores. Each time you do this, we will pay you this until you get that money. He has to do something. He has to earn it to give something. Now, I can't say that kids would, sometimes Friday morning would ask our parents, give us something for our offering. Why not take it from your baon and do something that belongs to you? Now, number 1, just the title. Worship is personal. David could not borrow someone else's sacrifice. He had to bring his own. We cannot give something that does not belong to us and tell everyone that it is mine. In the same way, we cannot live in our parents' faith, our church faith, or our friends' faith. God calls each of us to bring something personal to Him. And number 2, sacrifice shows what God is worth to us. What we give reveals what we value. If God is truly first in our lives, it will show in how we use our time. Last time, Brother BJ had this tease, time, talent, and treasure, how we treat others, how we obey even when it's hard. Faith that costs nothing rarely changes anything. It will not teach you anything if it costs nothing to you. Number 3, God is not after our stuff. He is after our hearts. Even in our giving, God doesn't want our money. So God did not need David's animals or land. He wanted David's obedience and humility. So in conclusion, David teaches us that worship is not about what is easy or free. It is about offering God our very best, even when it costs us something. Right? Thank you.